Dear Jessica Reid's mom, you failed your daughter. That's all I have to say in this intro. Let's get into it, shall we? I'm back. I had to cut the clap short because I'm going to take about a good 5 minutes to give my opinions on Jessica Reid's mother, whose name was not disclosed during her interview with Choke No Joke, where she discussed the reason why she decided to not have her daughter come forward and testify against her daughter being raped by Charlamange the God. Now, I'm going to also say this to be correct. There were 2 other men besides Charlamange, according to Jessica Reid. So we have to be fair and mention them as well. Their names have not been disclosed, but we also have to mention them. However, because Charlamange the God is the most famous, or is famous out of the 2, his name has been mentioned solely, whereas the others, which is a cousin, a friend, they haven't been mentioned. However, regardless, Miss Jessica Reid's mom failed her. But she said that she did not want her daughter to come forth to testify or press charges because she didn't want her to feel any more pain or hurt. I'm going to say this. As a mom, that was horrible what you did. What you did, you caused more pain than what she was already feeling as being raped. And if I was Jessica Reid, I would have ran away and never looked back. I would have dipped out because you're taking control over my choice and you're the one that wasn't raped. I was. I'm the one that's the victim, not you. You're my mother. That's what you are. And you're supposed to protect me, and you did not protect her. You didn't protect her. As a mother, you failed her. And she does admit that she regrets it till this day. But she said that she had to make the best choice because she didn't want her to suffer the consequences. And she didn't want her to deal with any more pain. But I'm going to say something, and some people may not like what I said. What could have also happened is that her mother could have either been threatened. She could have been threatened. At the time, Charlamange was a local radio DJ in Moncks Corner, South Carolina. So he was an upcoming DJ. He had just broke in. And we don't know. Maybe his agent, maybe his manager probably was like, listen, I don't want nothing interrupting this guy because I'm about to make a whole bunch of bread off of him. And I need this mom to not make any noise because he could mess it up for not just him, but for me as well. Or maybe Charlamange's people maybe made threats. Because if you remember, Jessica Reid said that he had her number and he constantly would call her. He constantly was in contact with her because he was trying to get with her for months before the party. So I believe what could have happened too is that she could have been threatened. The mom, not so much Jessica, but the mom could have been like, they could have told you better back away from the story. Otherwise, it could get more dangerous. So maybe she was like, you know what? I'm going to fall back. I'm not going to jeopardize my daughter's safety because she does say that too. However, to be fair, if that happened, she should have got protection because Charlamange wasn't big like that. But I'm going to go and say this. The mother does look weak. She doesn't look like she's a strong mom. And I believe Charlamange preyed on Jessica Reid, not just because Jessica Reid is his type, because if you look at his wife, they do look similar. And she has the name that Jessica has. They have the same first name. And I think that's kind of odd. That's really creepy in my opinion. But I believe that the reason why he sought out Jessica Reid was because he looked at the mom and he saw that the mom wasn't strong. A lot of predators, what they do is they look at the family dynamics before they get their prey. If they see that the person that they're preying upon has a strong family background, has a father that's an alpha male, even a mom that's an alpha female, they're going to back off immediately. If they see there's brothers in the home that's older or younger but big and buff, they're going to back off. If they got a lot of cousins, a lot of aunts and uncles that are tough, they're backing off. If you look at people that come from alpha families, they never get raped. They never get molested. It's very rare. And if they do, it's only within the family. But an outsider, they're not going to get raped by an outsider because of that fear of them getting pounded or getting killed. But Charlamagne, if you look at his photo as a kid, and even at that time, because there's a photo of him that I saw when he was like an upcoming DJ, he wasn't an alpha male. Charlamagne wasn't an alpha dude. Charlamagne was basically a regular old cat from Moncks Corner, South Carolina, and he's very short. So what my perception was that he preyed on people that came from small families. Because if you notice, Charlamagne goes after certain type of dudes. And he goes after certain females. Like, he went after Little Kim, but he saw the repercussions. And he ain't mentioned Little Kim's name since. Yeah. He prays after certain individuals. And Malika Joyner, maybe she wasn't weak, but her mom is weak. If you look at her mom, she's a weak female. She sounds weak. I'm going to come out and say it. It is what it is. She's not a strong woman. And that's why not only was he able to commit that act, but he was able to get away with it. And that's the reality of the situation. But now her mom has to pay for it because she ruined that girl's life. And Jessica Reid, she's got to deal with the pain because her mother failed her. Her mother didn't have her back. Her family didn't have her back. And she moved to Virginia. But the movement didn't help because guess what happened? This man blew up. He became famous, nationally famous. Probably in some areas, he's internationally known. So she got to hear his voice every day, see him on YouTube. And that is traumatizing. And it's like she's being raped over and over again. And on that note, this is your girl, Miss Dan Little Cool, signing off. Stay tuned for my next video that's coming up shortly. Take care.